Last year, I reviewed Scary Movie from 2000, the crazy, twisted, raunchy satire of horror flicks. Now let's talk about the sequel, Scary Movie 2, which is turning 20 later this year. But is it really that bad? Or can I just knock some sense into your heads? Probably not. Just watch this review and find out. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2001 parody comedy horror flick Scary Movie 2. Released by Dimension Films, directed by Keenen Ivory Wayans, the sequel to the 2000 film. Now, this film stars four of the original stars from the last one, Ferris, along with Regina Hall, Shawn Wayans, and Marlon Wayans, despite their characters having seemingly been killed off in the first movie. Along with them are Tim Curry, Tori Spelling, Chris Elliott, Chris Masterson, Kathleen Robertson, David Cross, and James Woods. Now, it would be the last in the series to feature the involvement of the Wayans brothers and Keenen, the director. Now, Marlon would eventually go on to produce the similar horror-themed parody of High House in its sequel, which, in one of those, he pokes fun at the Scary Movie series' decline in quality after his family's departure, but I've never seen High House, though. Alright, now, if you've not seen my review of the first Scary Movie, I'm going to give you a few seconds to click on that card right now. There we go. Just in case if you missed it, or if you want to see it again. Okay, forgive me for having my finger up, my index finger there. I'm just pointing up to the card and what have you that came up. Okay, now where the original film was mainly based on the slasher films of the 1990s, this was a parody of an array of supernatural and haunted house films from various decades. Amongst some of them include The Haunting, The Exorcist, The Amityville Horror, Poltergeist, The Legend of Hell House, both versions of House on High Hill, and The Changeling. And it spoofs recent films such as Hollow Man and Hannibal, which recently came out the same year. Well, despite getting dissed by critics, unlike its predecessor, the film still, however, went on to become a success. So let's get into the story. We start out with teenage Megan Voorhees becoming possessed by the spirit of Hugh Kane, a previous owner of the house she lives in. She interrupts a formal dinner party thrown by her mother, who seeks help from two priests, Farr McFeely and Harris. They unsuccessfully attempt to drive Hugh's ghost out, but the exorcism does not go as planned. After everyone pukes out green slime on each other, one of the priests shows signs of pedophilia towards the girl. Megan insults Farr McFeely's mother and responds by pulling out a gun and shooting Megan. Suck on this. And we get our title card. 1 year later, Cindy Campbell, along with Brenda Meeks and her crazed stoner bro, Shorty, and Ray Wilkins, are at college, trying to live new lives after surviving, or should I say recovering, or I don't know what have you, the events of the last movie. Cindy and Brenda are tapped by a socially maladjusted girl, Alex. Shorty is still the same stoner he was before. Ray's still confused about his sexuality, has two new male friends, Tommy and Buddy. Buddy becomes romantically interested in Cindy, but she rebuffs him, although agrees to be friends nonetheless. The sinister Professor Oldman and his charming paraplegic assistant, Dwight Hartman, plan to study the paranormal activity at a local high mansion called Hell House. They use Cindy and her friends as test subjects, and at the mansion, Cindy encounters a foul-mouthed parrot and Hanson, the caretaker, with a badly malformed hand. Later, the group is joined by newcomer Theo, and they sit down for dinner, but soon lose their appetite due to Hanson's repulsive behavior, such as letting the target stick his hands at all the food. That's gross-a-roo. Later at night, Cindy hears voices directing her to a secret room where she and Buddy discover the diary of Hugh Kane's wife. Seeing her portrait, they note Cindy's resemblance to her. Meanwhile, the others also experience bizarre encounters. Kane's ghost has a little sex with Alex in her bedroom and quickly departs at the mention of commitment. Cindy gets involved in a fist fight with a house cat, Mr. Kittles. Crazy. When Cindy tries to tell the professor, he dismisses it and sends Theo to take Cindy to bed, while hinting the girls should start experimenting. Later, while Cindy is possessed by Kane's wife, she seduces Oldman. Luckily, she returns to normal with no memory of the event. A toy clown attempts to kill Ray, but in a strange turn of events, the doll is sexually assaulted by Ray instead, which is freaky. And a weed monster rolls Shorty into a joint. It tries to smoke him and succeeds much to his enjoyment, but is distracted by munchies and lets him escape. The next morning, Oldman tells Dwight no one is leaving the house despite the attacks and shows his lecherous true colors. Dwight is given the only keys and told to give them to nobody. Theo offers oral sex to no avail. Dwight does it to himself. She knocks him out and takes the keys. Now, Oldman is seduced and killed by the ghost of Kane's mistress. Shorty later encounters the same ghost, but seduces and has sex with her. After Dwight equips the teens with weapons that can injure their spectral enemy, they are pursued throughout the mansion. Alex attempts to win Kane's love, but is killed by Crane's ghost. Buddy and Cindy get locked in the walk-in freezer, and Cindy uses a clutch of random objects in the room to produce a Caterpillar 2-ton tractor and escapes the freezer. Crazy. After giving Buddy a bit of a hand job. Yeah. Okay, that about covers that. Now to the ending. Well, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video and 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 go to the description box below to fast forward to the time below to avoid the ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on after the 5 seconds are done. So if you are prepared, good. Here we go right now. Okay, you've been warned. Apparently, Hansen gets possessed by Kane and kidnaps an inebriated Shorty, and we see a real crazy scene in the style of like Hannibal. If you, of course, you know Hannibal Lecter, the Silence of the Lambs sequel. Cindy, Brenda, and Theo team up to battle the Kane-possessed Hanson with highly stylized fight choreography, but are defeated, as you can imagine. Dwight regroups with the teens. Cindy acts as bait to lure Kane into a device that will destroy him. The plan succeeds, freeing the group from the house's curse. 2 months later, Cindy and Buddy are in a relationship. They are out on a walk when Hanson shows up, closing in menacingly. Buddy disappears as Hanson gets hit by a car driven by Shorty, who is receiving a BJ from the ghost that he seduced earlier. End of story. Okay, so what did I think of Scary Movie 2? Well, let me put it to you this way. It was a mixed bag and what have you. It's okay and all, but it's not quite as good. Not as good as the first one, though. This was also the last installment to get an R rating. The rest of the series got a PG-13 rating, now which I was going to review the rest of the series, even 5, which I have yet to see. I don't know if I want to or not, but those are on hold for now. But don't you worry, none. I am going to review those sometime down the road. All right? Thanks. Anyway, we have a pretty good score for this, which was not my. Can you believe this? I just checked my source. Mark McGrath, of course, I think you know who that is, the frontman of the band Sugar Ray, and of course he's done lots of other things as well. But anyway, we still got some fairly good performances from Anna Faris and Sean and Marlon Wayans and Regina Hall. Bunny is played by Christopher Masterson, who isn't too bad. Kathleen Robertson as Theo, well, I will say she's a hot one. David Cross playing Dwight, yeah, okay. James Woods playing Father McFeely, yeah. And Tim Curry as Oldman, well, I will say, pretty, pretty funny. Uh, Chris Elliott playing Hanson, yeah, a little weird though. And Tori Spelling playing Alex. I will say she's kind of the more of a miss and what have you. I mean, this is only the second. This has finally become the second funny type of thing she's done, aside from being on well, playing Screech's girlfriend. Well, I believe it's yeah, Violet. I think was her name on Saved by the Bell. Yeah. We also have appearances from Andy Richter. Oh no, wait, Richards. Where the heck? Let's see. Richard Mall, you might remember him. Bull from Night Court and lots of other series. Veronica Cartwright, Natasha Lyonne. Yeah, and even comedian known as Beetlejuice. And well, yeah, the cast is mostly hit or miss and what have you. But anyway, some of it I did enjoy, but some of it I felt uncomfortable with. But hey, you be the judge and what have you. So, well, I appreciate this take on some old school horror stuff, since even though I had seen some of the old school horror, like the Amityville horror and Poltergeist and The Haunting, not the original, the recent 1999 version, and the 99 version House on High Hill, which I didn't see the original yet, but and The Exorcist, I think I saw it right about the time this came out. I'm pretty sure, but I may be wrong. Although I have not seen them, The Changeling and The Legend of Hell House, I should look into those one day if I happen to encounter them. But anyway, with all that said, would I recommend Scary Movie 2? Well, I'd say go 50-50. I mean, I'd say probably just if you're a diehard fan of the series, I'd say go for it. But if you're not interested in this, just maybe stream it or maybe I don't know, as Derek's Horror Corner would go for this, maybe a drunk watch. Or maybe even a stoned watch. I know. Derek didn't come up with the stone watch thing. I came up with that. But anyway, yeah, I'd say only if you're a diehard Scream. Not. Oh crap! My bad. A diehard scary movie fan, I'd say go for it. If you're want to continue on with the series, then just go for it. But if not, then just stream this or do a drunk watch or stone watch, whatever. So, what are your thoughts on Scary Movie 2? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well. Be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I do my TV log of dinosaurs. And my next movie review will be Easy A, coming up in a couple of days. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, you might want to see my reviews of these other satires that I've done this past month. The upper left-hand corner is the review I did for Date Movie from 2006. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Epic Movie from 2007, or if you just want something more crazy, you can see some of the Scary Movie stars in, well, maybe not some, but a few of them in my review of Superhero Movie from 2008 in the bottom left-hand corner. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.